in the garage. All right, so last time I left off, I was stripping down the Dana 60 14 bolt axles, and we're almost there, but we're not. So I'm gonna show a little bit of that today. I still gotta strip out the 14 bolt. Let me bring this over here. So I gotta take the shafts out. I'm gonna try to pop the lug studs out, and I want to pop the brackets off here, get it all ground down, pull the gears out of the center of it, and get it totally stripped down, ready to weld the truss on. So we got that on the thing today. Also, I go to Harbor Freight every day, so I picked up some stuff today from Harbor Freight. I picked up the flex head 1/2-inch drive. I picked up a short 1/2-inch drive, and I picked up the 3/8 flex head along with the picks. These are all 40% off. These were half off. Can't go wrong. Because really all I got is just 1 3/8 here. So that'll be really nice. This is my 1/2-inch that's barely working. And I got a couple quarters. I wanted to pick up a quarter too. And I still might go back and pick up a quarter, but I figured I don't even use the quarters to begin with, so why pick up one? But I'm gonna get these unboxed, all of these, and then I'll turn the camera back on and we can go through them. I wasn't gonna like do an unboxing video because that's not really what this channel is, but I do want to get more into more tool review videos because I do have some tools in here. I want to do a toolbox. Like showing of the toolbox. I got the US General toolbox here. So I definitely do want to do a toolbox tour, but I want to talk about for a second the packaging on this Icon. I mean, Icon, are you kidding? The packaging is freaking 10 out of 10. Oh, wow. Guys, and I'm not a Snap-on guy. I don't have any Snap-on. the only thing I have really is just Bostitch, which I've had Bostitch for a while. The Chrome series, not really Chrome series, but I've had Bostitch for, this is my first ever 1/2-inch. And then I got, where is it at? I don't know where my other one is, but I have a, oh, I'm running a blank, guys. I'm running a blank. Whatever this is. Oh, gear wrench. It's right here. Gear wrench. And I love my gear wrench. This thing is beat. So I heard gear wrench is pretty good, but let's get this 3/8 unboxed. And let's put them kind of neck to neck and see how they are here. So here we have the gear wrench. And here we have the Icon 3/8 flex head. A little bit bigger, but not horrible. I'm in love with this ratchet. Wow. It sounds good too. This one's not bad. This one's not bad. But this is our 1/2-inch. This is our 1/2-inch. These are just some beefy freaking ratchets, guys. And this one, the extra long. That's gonna be really nice. A little bit of flex when you wiggle it, but not horrible. How's this one? Barely any at all. That is tight. And I think you can even tighten it right here. So that'll be nice. But that was the pickup today. Let's unbox these picks. I've heard good things and bad things about the picks. Let's unbox some picks. So I was gonna go with the Tekton, and I still might go with the Tekton ones. These are a little smaller than I would like. Tekton might have a little bit. So I'm not saying that these were a win. Definitely better than my other picks here. These are just the cheap dollar ones from Harbor Freight. These ones have actually, I'm not picking that hard on stuff, but these ones have been a pretty good for $1. You can't really beat it, you know? But man, I got to do a toolbox tour. I got stuff everywhere. But anyways, These aren't bad. I definitely don't know if I would pay the $20 for them, but I would pay the 10 that I paid. What is that? $2.50 a thing or whatever. Not too bad. So that can go on the bench. But yeah, throw some music on in my headphones, but I'll keep this rolling here. I love this cart I built. It's been a game changer for me. So anyways, let's pull these out. So they got these locks in here that we need to get out of there. So let's see if we get those out. All right. I'm sure all you guys are laughing at me right now, like, "Why? This guy's an idiot," right? But so there's like a key. There's a key in there. So the other one was a ring, just like a snap ring type thing. There's like a key right here. And I don't know how to get that off of there. All right. I'm gonna figure out how to get this back off of here, and I'll catch you guys. So there's a key in there that I just pulled out with my long pliers. And then this thing, lock, just rotated out with my fingers here. So that should come out like that. Put that in my tray, put that in my tray. Then you're left with a bearing in there. And that should just pull right off. So, there we go. I am making a freaking mess, guys. Woo! Gotta love old oil, eh? That's what sawdust is for. Lots of sawdust. All right, so basically, there's a lot of rust on here. I'll clean it all up. Basically, it was like a snap ring, and then this key that I pulled out with the pliers, and then this that screwed onto your, I don't even know what you call that, spindle, axle shaft, whatever. Spin on here, and then all you got to do is just pull out your whole hub, and there's a bearing in here. So when we go put this back together, we'll have to repack it. But it does seem like it's pretty sealed. And there should be a bearing on the backside too. I went through this when I did my Dana 60 here on the rear of the J20. But then yeah, it should just be popping these 4 bolts off here, and then pull your brake. These are pretty loose already. Pull these off, and then we'll do the other side. So let's pop those off quick.
Meter brake bracket. These I'm gonna sandblast these. Get them cleaned up. Probably see if I can pop these nuts out of here. And then there's gonna be some sort of seal. Some sort of seal around here that needs to come off as well. But
I'm gonna clean all that up. When I get the other side off, I'll pull the gears out, and we will go from there. All right. So here's what this side looks like. Here, got these off. So same thing, I'm gonna pull off this side, and then we're good. All right, so let's recap what we just went over here. So first, you pull the 8 bolts out of the hub, or not out of the hub, out of the shaft. Pull them out, pull that whole shaft out here. Then after that, inside of here, there's gonna be a, I don't want to say it's a lock. I don't want to call it a snap ring, but basically like a snap ring that goes around these threads. Then there's a key that keys into here. You might have to loosen up on that nut a little bit, but then pull the key out. And then I just took pliers and just worked that whole nut off of there. And that's both sides. 4 bolts on the back, 24 millimeters. Take your brake brackets off, boom. Some of these 14 bolts might not have brake calipers, so you're gonna have drums. I haven't seen the drums, so I can't really help you with that, but I assume that it's similar. You know what happens when you assume though, you make an ass out of you and me, you know what I mean? So both sides are off here. I gotta pull this diff cover off. These are 13 millimeter. So I'll pull this off and let's see what these gears look like. Look at this. Think there was some water in there at one point or what? Jeez, these still spin too. I had them spinning. Hey, look at all that water in there. You can see all that. Wow. All right, well, I'm gonna pull the carrier. I'm gonna pull these off of here. All right, so back to what I was doing here. So in order to get this out, I might have messed up. But in order to get this out, you have to take your barrel adjusters here. I'm gonna kind of adjust you guys down. So take these barrel adjusters and just rotate them up. I'm gonna hold this carrier while I do this here so it doesn't fall out on me. But rotate this up. Rotate this one up as well. This thing is rusty, man. What did I get myself into, hey? Then that should allow us, to slice my hand open. Oh, man. Wear gloves. Wear gloves. I'll get this cleaned up when I go in the house. I'll put some stuff on it, but for now, throw a freaking Band-Aid on it. Call it a day. All right. We're back. Cool. Let's keep figuring this thing out now. So put my gloves back on here so I don't cut myself again. But so basically, this has to go in and this one has to go out. So you take your screwdriver and you adjust them because back in here, that's where your third or your pinion comes in. And then once you get it to this point, it's just a matter of rocking it out, don't letting your bearings slip out here. And that's it right there, okay? So put this over on the table. Junk. That's what that is, that's junk. Okay, so now looking in here, I might need more or new barrel adjusters. Could probably just clean those up. So now what we gotta do is we gotta pull this out. So okay, it's just rusted in there. So basically I took a hammer. I knew nothing else had to come. Okay, so that is it. A 14 bolt case. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up, wire wheeled all down, all cleaned up, and then should be good for a truss. Guys, so I just got done cleaning up this 14 bolt. It's a little rough, not gonna lie with you guys. It is a little rough, and I didn't get it cleaned up all the way. I like to get a sandblaster and then really clean up all this rust on here before I weld the truss to it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I think we can make do with it. I'm just gonna have to pressure wash it, really pressure wash it, clean out the barrel adjusters, clean out the housing. Let me see if I can get a little light in here for you guys. I mean, I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing, right? Like it's rough. But I think a hose will clean all this up. Clean those up. Clean that up. There are a few places where I ground a little too deep. I'm just gonna weld them, throw a little weld on there. Ooh, yeah. Throw a little weld on there, and should be good to go. Yo, back to what I was saying. So my GoPro died, so you guys are plugged in right now, but anyways, I got the 14 bolt pretty well cleaned up. I would like to get a sandblaster and clean up the rest of it, but I think it's a good platform to start on. The next thing I'm going to do is clean up the Dana 60. I'll do that probably tomorrow. But just to recap what we went over today. Oh, get this camera, get this thing out of the way. So just to recap what we went over today is, so in order to get the shafts out, you have the 8 bolts on the end. Pull the 8 bolts out. Once you get that, you're going to have a snap ring. Pull the snap ring off. Then you're going to have a nut or a little key first. Key that goes in here. You have a key, pull the nut, and then you can pull the whole hub off. After that, you have 4 bolts right here. Those are going to pull your brake brackets out. After you get all that done, going into the, I want to pull this stand closer. Oh, there we go. Going into the housing part of it. So you have your pinion on the back, which consists of, I think, 6 bolts, 2, 4, 6 bolts. Those were like 16 millimeter. Not every Dana 14, or not Dana 14, not every 14 bolt has that extra support on that pinion. So if yours does, pull the bolts out. I mean, you can do this whatever order. For me, that's what I did first, and I probably did it wrong. But anyways, you have your carrier bolts here. Those are these things right here. Pull those off. Brackets come out. Take a screwdriver or pry bar, twist these, loosen this one, pull that out this way, well, past this, pull it out, set it off to the side, and then you saw just a hammer will take your pinion out. Repeat this side on that side. You have a couple brackets here, cut those brackets off, get your tubes all straight. I didn't record any of the cutting process because there is already a lot of videos. There's a lot of videos already on these. I think is where this channel is going to shine is putting this into the LJ. I haven't seen any videos where they put it into the LJ. But watch Muddy Beards, watch Cubicon, watch JK Gear and Gadgets. That guy will help you out. Those are all great people to watch. So I think that's my night now. I'm gonna go bandage this cut up, and I'm gonna call it a night. All right, peace.